Whenever I try to like hype myself up, I'll one of the main qualities that I attribute to myself is that I'm pretty smart. I'm able to problem solve very effectively, you know. Not only am I just like knowledgeable on, I guess, just random trivia, I suppose, but I know how to get things done efficiently, both time-wise and effort-wise, right? And I'm kind of attributing all of those factors into just believing in myself more. I don't like being reliant on other people because in the way that I am, I like things done a certain way. And when I give a directive to someone, they probably wouldn't do it the same way I would, in the same fashion, in the same efficient way. And then I would get upset and have to end up redoing it myself. And anyways, and it's like, okay, why even bother asking? I bring this up because there's a lot of moments in my life where I realize that, like, okay, if I just if I don't try and delegate, if I try to just do, like, stay quiet, hone in my craft and just do it myself, I'm probably going to get not only a lot more done, but a lot more quality work done. I was thinking about I was thinking about I'm going to take this in a horrible direction. I'm doing my little Overwatch thing. I'm making videos about it, right? A daily little update on my streams. And I realized that the way I was going about it was very reliant on people in my rank games to be the same level of competent as me. Let's call it that. And I quickly realized that people are really stupid, you know? And if I'm not there to just do it correctly, things won't get done. I had a game, I'm just going to use very quickly. I had a game where a person on my team was playing a certain character named Life Weaver. And I said, hey, they're playing hard dive. All right. We're also playing hard dive. Can you not play Weaver, you dumb fuck? And as they were giving me their reasoning and their, like, explanation as to why their character was a good pick, I said, you're stupid and wrong. Frankly, what you're saying is stupid and I'm not listening to it. And then once I mean, we were losing the game until they got off Weaver, and then we actually started winning, and then we won that game, and I said, yeah, don't fucking argue. I was like, don't be stupid. But after that, it really made me realize, like, if I just don't do this myself, if I don't just play support myself, it's never gonna get done. I'm gonna use this into like something at work now. There's a lot of times where I have to be on ovens. I have to take pieces from the oven, cut them up, box them, set the orders aside. And in those moments, I'm very careful to make sure everything's correct, everything goes in the right box, everything's cut correctly. And I noticed that whenever we have other drivers who come in during our rush hour and they will go help on ovens, sometimes things are stacked incorrectly. Sometimes pizzas are cut in a different style than what is specified on the box. It's not done correctly. And I've kind of taken it upon myself that in moments where it's most applicable, I just go do ovens because it needs to get done. And instead of taking the time to, I suppose, teach people how to do their job correctly or teach people how to get the fuck off Life Weaver on Eichenwald, I would much rather just do it myself. I understand my own limits, I understand my own capabilities, and I know I'm smart, and I know I'm not stupid, and I know how to not fuck something up. I find it so much easier for me, even if I'm increasing my workload, I find it so much easier to just bear the burden of responsibility because it's just so much more convenient. Sure, having people who are not morons would be fantastic, but that's not the world I live in. No, I live in a world where people are silly, stupid, or they don't care enough to try. And none of those are fun options to deal with, so I'd much rather just do it myself. I've talked about this before about how just I just do things myself in order to get a certain outcome that is most preferable. But I think I think if people were to give into themselves a little more and realize, okay, well, let's say you're in school and you have a class project and you have like a couple of slackers who don't really want to engage with the project. I would much rather just fucking do the whole thing myself. I'd much rather just get it done and make it look good. I'll just not put their names on it, obviously, but I'll get the work done because it's easier. It's less stress. It's less of a headache to deal with morons. Along with that, I find that in just a lot more just real life scenarios, I find that if I just trust my instincts and I trust my intuition, I'm able to get out of a lot of sticky situations. And I don't mean, oh, like my car broke down, let me figure out how to fix my car. I mean, how do I take the steps in order to get my car fixed? My battery went out the other day and I had to figure that out. And what I decided to do was first I had to go physically walk somewhere to have someone jump my car. But once I had them, like we got it all set up, I did the necessary research to find a really cheap battery for my car. Not cheap, like it's a bad battery, but an affordable one. And once we found that, we took the necessary steps on the purchasing and the assembly and getting it installed and whatever. I don't know why I said assembly, but I didn't just like throw my hands up and call someone and go, I need help. Someone help me, please. I stood there for a second. I said, okay, car's not turning on. How do we solve this? I took the steps. I made a plan and I acted on it. Obviously, I had my dad help me research car batteries because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, right? It's a bunch of numbers and letters to me. All I know is it's a battery. I don't know why there's different car batteries. I imagine just one battery that you can just put in and hook it up. I don't know shit about cars. So I said, okay, well, I'm not knowledgeable on this topic of automobiles. Let me talk to someone who does. Let me use available resources in order to achieve a goal. You know, I feel like if people were more trusting on their own instincts, on their own ingenuity, on their own ability to problem solve, I feel like people would not be as stupid. I think being overly reliant on people to just do the work for you, it's okay to not know things. It's okay to ask for help. It's not okay to just sit back and watch someone fix something for you. What I'm trying to say is to be more self-reliant. Have more trust in yourself to be able to solve the many problems that you will encounter in your life. You don't have to be knowledgeable on every single thing. You don't need to be prepared for every scenario possible. You just need to not shit your pants when you get scared. You need to stand there and say, okay, how do we solve this problem? How do we get out of this situation? How do we problem solve? And don't rely on other people to bail you out. Use assistance from people to factor in your own self upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a fucking pussy and stand there while you're getting help. Apply it, learn from it, better yourself as a person. Thank you.